Hello students, welcome to our next video. So in this video, I'm going to explain you about the experiment number 3 of PLC and SCADA subject. Okay, in the previous video or the previous experiment we have seen the timers, okay, and its logic gates with the ladder programming. Okay, so in this video I'm going to explain the counterpart. It is similar to the timer only, but it has some different functions. So we are going to see the timer counter with the reset function. Okay, reset function. Okay, now let's proceed. So the first is the aim of our experiment. So what's the aim? Up or down counter with reset instruction. So the aim of our experiment is up down counter with reset instruction. So for that we need this apparatus. First one is the Allen Bradley PLC. Of course this PLC is used. Then we need push buttons, lamp, okay, lamp or any other output devices. So I'll be explaining one example of boxes. Okay, so instead of lamp there will be boxes. Okay, boxes. Then the important one is the counters. Okay, we will be using counters in our experiment. So I'll discuss these counters in detail in the theoretical part. Okay, so the theoretical part of the counter is like why counter is used. Counter is used to count the number of items produced. Okay, suppose in an industry, okay, so there is an industry of mobile phones. Let's suppose mobile phones. So they are how many items they are producing, how many mobile phones they are producing in a day. So it is a counting, right? We need to maintain that counting produced in the factory in a day or in a month or a yearly basis. So count is necessary for this purpose. And also the count operations is also calculated with the help of this counter. Okay, previously we used a electromechanical counter. It has a moving part. Okay, it has a moving part like solenoid spring. Okay, solenoid spring assembly. So they were used previously before the PLC implementation. Okay, but the disadvantage of this is that the failure of any part of the counter leads to its mismatch in the reading. Okay, if any part in the electromechanical counter fails, then what will happen? Mismatch in the reading. So it is not preferable at that case. So electromechanical counters are not used today. Its replacement is used, that is PLC counter. In PLC counter there are sensors connected. Okay, costly sensors are there which are used in the PLC counter, which helps them to accurately measure any kind of reading, and because of this the failure is reduced at very much level. Now we will look the operation part. Okay, so it has the similar operation. It has a similar operation to that of timers. Okay, it has a similar operation to that of timer, and also it has similar parameters also. So it is similar to the timers only. Okay, but the major difference, okay, the major difference between the counter and the timer is that the timer instruction continuously increments its accumulated value. Okay, accumulated value. It continuously increments its accumulated value at the rate determined by the timer base. Okay, in timer we have seen timer base. According to that only it increments its value. Okay, on the other hand, if we compare it with the counters, in counters a complete contact transition from 0 to 1 state occurs. Each time it increments the accumulated value. Okay, 0 to 1 transaction, it at each time it increments its value. This means that the contact must return to its 0 state before it has been in transition from seconds. Okay, from 1 second to other second. Okay, so this is the operation part of the counter. Now there are two important parameters in the counter. The first one is the accumulator value, it is denoted by ACC, and the preset value, it is denoted by preset, PRE. Now in our experiment we were using up down counter with reset, right, reset instruction. So we will be looking this with one example, so that you will be cleared with this experiment. So there are two parameters like accumulator value and preset value. Sorry, preset value. Okay, accumulator value, as we have seen in the timer, right? In timer we have accumulator value, right? Preset value, time base, okay, base value, right? Timer. So accumulator value, it actually increments. It actually increments from 0 to 1, 2, 3 up to the preset value if it is set to 10 seconds. Right? Accumulator value. So this is the accumulator value, and preset value, the value which we set, or the value which the programmer set before the execution. Okay. So there are three terms used, like CU means counter up, counter down, and done bit. Okay, so these are the three parameters which are used. Now we will look the counter up and counter down. Okay, so in counter up there are parameters like counter up means counter, preset, and accumulator, right? Which counter it is? Preset value and the accumulator value, right? It is very simple, similar to that of our timer. Okay, preset value and accumulator. Similarly, in countdown also we have preset and accumulator value, countdown, counter, and CTD. It is denoted by CTD or CD. Okay, so these are the two counters diagram. Okay, for counting up and counting down, let's suppose I am counting from 0 up to 10, and if I am counting from 10 up to 0, it can be any value. Okay, for counting up purpose this, and counting down purpose this. Right, now we will see our main practical diagram. Okay, so I am using push buttons here. Okay, push buttons are there. So in this push buttons I am giving this address as I:0/1. Okay, so this is my first input. Okay, so this is the counter up. C5:1 denotes the counter number, means 5:1 denotes the counter number, and we have a preset value set to 5. Okay, so this is the counter up. Right, if I'm giving this input, then what will happen? This counter CTU will be enabled. Okay, so this will be enabled. Then what will happen? Let's suppose this has an address of C5:1, means it has an address of counter, this counter / done bit. Means what will happen if this is set, then the done bit of the counter will be set. Then I'm using a timer also, T-on timer. That my T-on timer number is T4:1. Timer base is 0.1 seconds. Okay, 1 seconds is this, and preset is 50. Means up to what value the accumulator will increment? Up to 50. Right, we have 0.1 seconds, and it has an address of done. Right, see, done bit is set with this address. So right, so I am considering 5 boxes. Okay, 5 boxes are there. 5 boxes are there, and they are stacked at a time. Means we are boxing of 5 boxes at a time. Then a wrapper is bound. Okay, so these two are the conditions. And okay, so this is the input. Okay, input means with this input what we are doing, this input, what will it do? It will denote the box present signal. Box present signal. It is denoting a box present signal. means if in counter when the box comes before the sensors, then this input is denoted by with this help. Okay, so box present signal is denoted with this input, and output is denoted for this. Okay, so this is the output, O:0/1. Okay, O:0/1 denotes the output, means wrapper machine relay. Okay, means there is a wrapper machine is there, right? Wrapper machine will be there, means it has a relay inside it. Okay, relay coil will be there, right? Wrapper machine will be there, and 5 boxes are there. So after stacking these 5 boxes, a wrapper machine will do? It will wrap the boxes. So it has an output for, means what we have to do, as soon as I press this button, then what will happen, the box present signal will be denoted with the sensors. Then that wrapper machine will actually wrap the 5 boxes, and it is denoted with this signal, right? So as we know that the timer has when it is running, okay, when it is counting, its accumulator value is counting, right? When its accumulator value is counting, then which bit is set of the timer? It's T4:1/T bit will be set, right? It's TT bit. When it is running, then its TT bit will be set. During the running, the output will be output is wrapping of the bond. Okay, wrapping the boxes. So it will happen here. Then after the process, means accumulator value will become the preset value. Then this done bit will be set, and it actually what happened at this step is that the reset of the counter happens. Reset. Okay, so it's a very simple diagram. Okay, after during the running condition, output will be output will be done. Then after the accumulator value becomes the preset value, right? Then what will happen? The done bit will be set of the timer, and this done bit will allow the current to flow to the reset. Then the reset instruction will be set for the counter up. Okay, so this is the simple logic diagram of a box stacked. Okay, box stacked. So our experiment was to use the reset instruction during CTU and CTD, right? When it is counting the boxes on the operations, like if I am counting 5 boxes, so there will be a sensor which counts the 5 boxes. Okay, so it will count the 5 boxes, preset value is 5, then the counter up will count the 5 value. Okay, if it is if I am using a counter down, okay, then what will happen, the counter CTD will be used, and the counter will count the 5 boxes in reverse manner, right? And then there will be output, right? We have to wrap that boxes, right? So output is denoted with this O:0/1, and we are using a timer which will count the operation and the boxes within the preset limit. Okay, means we are actually in this experiment using both the counter up, right, counter and timer together. Okay, so this is the ladder programming for our practical. Now I hope you understand this ladder diagramming and its practical. Okay, now we will conclude. I will conclude this experiment. Like in this experiment, we have studied that the counter and its parameter, right? We have seen the counter diagram. It has 3-4 parameters, and we have seen their working, right? Also we studied operation of up counter, right? And similarly the same operation is there for down counter also, but in up counter it counts from 0 to 1 up to the accumulator. As the accumulator increases every time the process proceeds to the further steps till the preset value reached. So similarly the down counter is also has the same working. Also we studied the counter in our ladder programming, right? In ladder programming we have seen how actually the counter is used with the help of timers. Okay, we have also seen the timers also in this ladder diagram. So So this is the conclusion part of our third experiment. So I hope you understand this video. If you have any kind of doubt, you can contact me. So thank you for watching.